as we get closer to the general election, a lot of the far left socialists who ran on the crazy stuff are starting to turn the corner and try to appeal to the more moderate general public. This isn't sitting well with the left's base, especially the DSA. The liberation condemns Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's continued retreat from socialist policies and rejects any effort to present her as the future presidential standard bearer for the DSA or for the broader socialist movement. They went on. In short, it was determined that she had failed to meet conditions concerning Palestine solidarity. Whoa, the darling of the left, the rising socialist star, who, by the way, was like one of the OGs to tout socialism and elevate the DSA.
In your mind, is the difference between socialism and communism?
I think, to me, the fundamental differences, there's many.
Yeah.
One prevailing one is democracy. And I believe that democratic socialists are fundamentally pro-democracy.
We choose freedom. We choose justice. And that means we must choose to out-organize the oligarchy.
Now, the very movement she helped elevate is pretty much tossing her out with the bathwater because she's not radical enough. AOC, not radical. These people are never happy. This is why I never give them an inch. They can scream in my face, they can insult me, they can call me whatever they want. I will never give them an inch because there is no end to how crazy and how radical they are. Think about this. If they're willing to do that to AOC, their own soldier AOC, how little do you think they care about you or me? Seriously. When I say they don't care if you eat bugs, I absolutely mean it. They are saying the most phony stuff you can possibly imagine. They do whatever that gets them elected. They're all running to this, oh, I'm just like you. I'm blue collar and poverty and all this other stuff. And most of them are not. I mean, Tallarico trying to sweat a pipe. Give me a break. He's got his nice lab coat on. They're nothing like us. They don't care. They're just saying whatever they can to get elected, like Tim Walz trying to shoot an animal that he's never even hunted before. These libs are incapable of sincerity. They must be perceived as the victim, even if that means denouncing their own family, even sometimes their own success, or even for whatever reason, they just have to hide it. This is what I loved about Donald Trump. That guy didn't give a flying you-know-what. There was no BS. He's like, I am what I am. This guy showed up in Iowa for the primaries. Look at him in a business suit after buzzing Ted Cruz's speech to Trump. You remember that? He buzzed over while he was talking, and everybody was like, oh, yeah, that's why he won that primary. Every other candidate stood there in like a flannel shirt that someone from their team bought him at Tractor Supply on the way in. Creases were still coming down the shirt. Trump, red tie, custom suit. He's like signing tractors, stepping in cow patties with shoes that are like worth more than my car. Didn't care. Owned everything about who he was. And then he stood on stage and was like, yeah, I'm really rich.
I'm using my own money. I'm not using the lobbyists. I'm not using donors. I don't care. I'm really rich. I'll show you that in a second.
Like, never, that's why he won. He was authentic, never hid from it, just owned it. And it worked. In fact, he worked at McDonald's too and still fit in. The billionaire could get along with people making minimum wage.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.